Okay, and I'm going to minimize chat when this opens up. Oh, there we go. So I'm going to minimize chat. If I get this one right, it should be a new personal best. Okay, find the best move for black. So my rating right now is 2655 on Lichess puzzles. So, okay, so let me take stock of this. We've got 5 pawns on light squares. That's nice. Material difference is equal. So we have a material balance. Opposite colored bishops. We both have a set of doubled pawns. So it's interesting. It's a very, I think it's going to be an interesting puzzle. I can sense it. Where to begin? I don't think we ever want to give away our rook. I don't see how that would ever be useful for us. Are there any immediate threats from white? And just a reminder, I do have chat minimized if you want to say anything. Yeah, there is a threat. There's a bishop takes e6 check threat. It's threatening to undermine all of my pawns. So a logical move might be to move my bishop where upon my rook and queen and king all defend this pawn. So that's the first thing I'm going to look at. Yeah, taking a wild pawn on the b pawn is probably not the right idea because, again, this is going to be too quick. By the time I run this pawn, I'm sure he's going to have something faster. So I'm looking to move this bishop. Taking on f4 could be an option because then I might just be winning a pawn there because I'm threatening his bishop. So that's probably the most likely candidate move. That is definitely the leading candidate move for me. Bishop f4. Let me remove the arrow. Yeah, bishop f4. What if he checks me anyway, though? What if he takes on e6? Then I could take with the queen. And I will have won a pawn. But is that even enough there? Because these 3 pawns are kind of nasty. Yeah, so bishop f4. So bishop f4, bishop takes e6 check, queen takes e6. Queen takes e6, rook takes e6. Let's say rook takes e6, king takes e6. Wait a second, but I'm not winning a pawn there because we just traded pawns. So that pawn endgame is unclear to me. It feels like I'm not better there. I think it's equal. If I am better, it's too hard for me to assess. There is Zwischenzug in there somewhere. So bishop f4, bishop takes e6. Maybe I take with the rook. That's no different. Well, it is different, but interesting. I mean, you would just think that it's got to be moving the bishop. Bishop b4. Bishop b4. Again, I think I might be better in that ending because then I could go after the double b pawns with my king. But that's a very speculative move. pretty convinced it's take. What if it's not moving the bishop? Could e5 ever be a thing? Could it be e5? Walking right into Mount, what is it called? Mount Mordor? No, Mordor? Yeah, what about e5? So e5, let's just say bishop takes f5. No, yeah. E5, bishop, f5. What am I gaining here? I don't see what I'm gaining there. Like I take on f4, so what? Then g takes f4. Like, yeah, I don't know. I have a hard time believing it's e5. E5, bishop, f4. Take on e4. No. Oh, wait. Yeah, sorry. If e5, bishop, f4, and then e takes d4, then he can just go queen takes d4. Wait, but queen takes d4, I've got bishop c5. Whoa. E5, bishop f4. If I take on d4, he can't go queen here. In fact, I can... Yeah, we would have to go here first. Yeah, so we don't want to take the rook. First we go bishop c4. And bishop c5, I mean. And that's just winning. Interesting. So if he goes if bishop f5 and I take on d4, let's just say he moves the queen somewhere safe. Let's say he goes to, let's say here on d3. I get a discovery, so I win an extra pawn. 1 pawn for 2. But is that enough? Like check, I don't know, king f1. Is that enough? I still have my rook. I don't know. That's interesting though. And that's assuming bishop f5 though. Like what if white simply goes even f takes e5. We take the bishop, he can fork us. Yeah, so maybe bishop f5 might, even that might be okay, but f takes e5 might just shut us down immediately. So that's, I think I can write that off. But this idea is still interesting to consider down the road, which kind of means that this pawn doesn't really exist. At least not in terms of defending e5, it doesn't. Which almost makes me want to consider moves like bishop takes, or no, I guess you could just take with the queen. Okay, so I think I've discounted e5 because f takes e5 seems to be the end of the road. f4 shouldn't lead to anything. Again, if I look at f4, this was interesting, but I wasn't sure it was enough. Because I think we just trade pawns after bishop takes d6 check. Unless, I was going to say unless I move my king, but that would be the same thing. Yeah, so yeah, so if it goes to queen, queen takes, check. rook takes, king takes, and then g takes f4. And I'm not sure if I'm supposed to assess that king and pawn endgame, but that just doesn't look like enough for me. So back to the drawing board here. Perhaps I'm giving this too much credit. Maybe I can play a slower move and even just grab this, because yeah, he can check me, but I can always just move the king. In fact, he will then kind of be pinned. He would then have to move his queen eventually. So I actually can make a slow move here. I have time for a slow move. I don't see any good slow moves though. Unless his, I was going to say I can almost attack the bishop again. You know, but he can always escape to a4. And plus it's just taking here again. Yeah. So let's just say I took the pawn on b3. He gives me the check. I go king f6. And then I bring the queen back patiently to e8. Oh, holy crap. That could almost be it. That would be amazing. That would be amazing. Queen takes b3. You know, if he doesn't take on e6, let's just say he makes any other move. Well, I'm up a pawn. I don't know if that's enough, but I've got a passer here. I'm up a pawn and I've created a passer, and this is a weak pawn for him too. That might be enough. Queen takes b3. If bishop e6, king f6. And we want it on f6 and not somewhere else, because I need to be threatening to take that bishop. He can't move the bishop because his queen will fall. Actually, is that true though? What if he takes here? Yeah, then I just take the bishop. Yeah, so that's interesting, man. Boom, king f6. And the puzzle might just end there, because my plan is then to go queen b8, double up on the e file, because what's he going to do about it? So let's try to find some moves for white in between. Queen b3, bishop d6, king f6. And let's say he moves off of this file. So let's say he goes queen, maybe queen here, queen d3. Well, he can't move the queen off there because I will take his bishop. I will take his bishop. So he's got to stay there for life. I think this might be it. Queen b3, bishop d6, king f6. If he does nothing, then I just calmly come into e8. Once I'm on e8, I just take. I'm actually going to go for that. I don't see what white can do. He seems paralyzed there. I could be wrong, but I like that strategical thinking. So let's start. It seems to be right. Let's go here. Okay, so he does move the queen, and I think this is the key move. Queen b8. I'm very happy with this. But I got this far. Let me just verify. Before I screw up. Because at this point, actually, hang on. At this point, he can move. So I got to be a little bit more precise. I might have to go something slow like this. Oh my God, is that the maneuver? Because this way I'm always eyeing the d5 pawn. Wow, don't tell me it's this. This would be amazing. This would be amazing. Yeah, so queen b7. So the problem with queen b8, actually, no, I could then go queen b5. So I might be able to play queen b8. Because if he takes on c5, oh no, he could take with the queen though. Yeah, that would be absolutely insane if this is the actual solution. Yeah, so the problem with queen b8 I'm having right now is bishop takes d5. I assume I have to take the rook at this point. Unless it would be queen b5 right away. But then there's c5. I could then take c5. I don't know if that's enough though. Tricky. Yeah, so he takes here. Yeah, so possibly queen b5 right away. Check. I mean, not check, but... No, I guess that's the problem. He'll take my rook. Yeah, so I don't think I can do that. So if queen b8, bishop d5, take here. I don't think he can take with the king because then I have queen b5. Oh, no, queen b5 is no problem. He then has c5. Yeah, so I think this might actually be it. But that is so insane. Not so insane, but if I got it right, that would be amazing. So I'm skeptical. But I'm just eyeing this threat. Oh, no, but this threat doesn't remain anymore. But his bishop is under attack. What if he goes behind it, though? Yeah, but then I can just continue with my plan. Damn. Could that be it? Could that be it? That would be one of the best puzzle solutions I've ever done. Already to get to this point was very strategical. Like this, I'm pretty... this is, yeah, one of the best puzzles I've ever done, if I've done it correctly. What else could it be other than queen b7? Yeah, so I don't want to go queen b8 because this seems to be a problem to me. So I want to defend it. I want to do this. So queen b7, just verifying. What can he do about it? If he tries to play something like c4, does he have time for that? He might. Damn it. No. What the hell am I smoking? Facepalm. I can just take the bishop. I ruined a beautiful moment. I ruined a beautiful moment. To get to this part, I had to find the strategical idea of queen b8, this whole thing. After you played queen d2, I can just, oh my god, I don't know why. I just forgot that I'd be a piece up. That's embarrassing as hell. I ruined what could have been a beautiful moment. But yeah, I just take the bishop. Yeah, okay. Well, that's pretty pathetic. Okay, opening up chat. I guess I can't do the math. I'm now 2678. New personal best on Lichess Puzzles. 2678. Wow. I'm sorry, yeah, 2678. I can't believe I had that brain fart weird because I solved the first half, which was hard, and then okay. So just looking at it again, I like how I assessed the position, and just realizing that we actually can indeed take the b3 pawn, and that so the threat here is I'm going to go to e8. Nothing he can do about it, and I just like I don't know why I had the brain hemorrhage halfway through that. That's really unfortunate, but I did, and that's what happened. Okay.